thought I'd give y'all a quick update on the mice I showed you before. That's the mother, and that's one of the mom mice I put in with her to help her raise the babies successfully since it's her first litter. And she successfully had her babies, I think, around 12 days ago. So, they're starting to do awesome. They're looking very cute. They're fuzzies now, so their colors are developed and they've got fuzz all over them. Oh man. Fuzzies are adorable. Their ears are all folded up into little circles, so they're still stuck behind their head. But they're starting to crawl at this stage. The moms are very chill with me touching their babies at this point, because I do it so often. It's Cressie. She is so crazy for a mom. She's all about climbing all over me. You need to focus more on your babies, kid. Coco's been the one who's doing most of the mothering. I think after having a couple litters, she's just gotten really good at being a mom. Because she sits on these guys all the time. She nurses them. She cleans them. And, of course, Cressie does her fair share of nursing and all that. And gives Coco a break, but still. Cressie will probably get better with her next litter. And I looked at these guys' genders, and of course it's still pretty hard to tell at this age, but this is probably the best age to look at it before they get to like 4 weeks old. This is the easiest age to tell because at this age you can see their nipples on the girls. So, and Coco here is probably going to start carrying the babies back to the nest, which they're not going to be too happy about, but I just got done, checking them over for the day, making sure that they are doing healthy. Here, let's make it a little bit easier for you to get in there. So, that baby is not in the mood to be pulled back in. It's probably no fun, but they gotta go anyways. That looked kind of scary, man. And then over here, the squeaking noise you're hearing is just from these guys. Their story is, it's kind of sad, but it's also not really. It's kind of happy. Right now, they're not fighting or anything. What they're doing is they're establishing dominance, so you're going to hear a little bit of squeaking. What would really be worrying is if they were running around and doing, you know the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes? That whole circle thing that they do in cartoons where they fight? That's what a mouse fight looks like, quite literally. If I was seeing any of that, then I'd be concerned. But this is just establishing dominance. These guys are telling Badger here that they are the dominant mice. Which makes sense, because they're twice her size. She's just naturally a pretty tiny mouse. Like, this mouse is probably 5 inches long in the body alone. She is like 2 or 3 inches long. So they're grooming her for dominance purposes, which is why she's squeaking a little bit. The reason I put her in there with them, instead of with a younger group, like, they're almost a year old. She's only probably 4 months old. The reason I put her in with them is because I tried integrating her with another group. Her original friend was actually very aggressive, and she wasn't being very nice to Badger. And she was also damaging other mice a lot, and she was hurting them and making them super anxious, so I couldn't keep her anymore. But Badger has always been really sweet. She's one of the more timid mice in the group, but when I put her with another group of females, at first she was doing really good. But then she started to do a bunch of stuff that her old friend had done, where she was, more aggressive. But trust me, she is not nearly as bad as her old friend. Her old friend, as soon as I put other mice in, would immediately start attacking them. And she wouldn't stop. She was relentless. So, I knew Badger wasn't a bad mouse. And I also feel like Badger's really sweet towards people, and I just, I didn't want to euthanize her. So I decided to try putting her in with this group, because these guys, I've already bred as much as I want to breed them. They're already getting kind of old, so at this point I want to retire them, and I also have another mouse I want to retire with them. So it just, since with smaller mice she seems to be a bully, I put her in with bigger mice, and they seem to do well with her. I doubt that she's going to bully them. I wouldn't want to bully that mouse if I was her size. You can see that difference. One of them can stand, the other one can't. But yeah, so I think that she'll do better with them. But just to make sure, I'm introducing them in there, and then I'm going to keep them in that tiny cage for a few days so that they can establish, a hierarchy. And then I'll probably move them either into a nursery or a larger bin, depending on circumstances. Okay, guys, the thing about mice is circumstances are always changing, and they're always changing dramatically. So I could be saying all of this week and be like, oh, this mouse ended up being super crazy and aggressive and I had to euthanize them, or oh, this mouse over here randomly did this thing, so I paired them with these guys, or this mouse was magically pregnant, so I had to rearrange all of the cages. It's just kind of crazy. Because these guys grow up fast, they live fast, they eat fast, they're just speedy little beans. They don't have time to slow down because they only have 2 years to experience everything. So your decisions have to go that fast too. And your situation will change that fast too. It's kind of like a human life is concentrated into 2 years. There's a lot of drama, as you might expect. That is Misty. She's in with another mama right now. Well, the mama who hasn't given birth, and I'm hoping that her babies survive because it's her first litter, and you never know with first litters. But Misty's a really good mom, so I'm hoping she helps her out. But after Misty's done helping her out, she's going to go in with these guys for retirement. And since this is Facebook, I don't want to go any longer than this. This is already pretty long, but for anybody who was interested, I thought I'd give y'all an update. Y'all still have one mouse to bring into the nursery. You sillies. Here, let me help you notice them. Oh, you still got a few. Were y'all getting tired of hearing them yell at you? Be mad? Yeah, they don't like being pulled into the nursery, that's for sure. They don't like being pulled anywhere at this point. Do you not like being pulled anywhere? I wouldn't either. Here. Okay, Cressie, get off. She is so annoying, guys. Cressie, I can't move. Cressie, go away. I'm glad she's friendly. I've got pretty friendly mice. I've raised the ones that I have taken care of and, put specific attention into to be quite friendly and confident. So, that's good. I chose you well, Cressie. All of Cressie's siblings actually got sold. There were only 4 in her litter. There was a white one, a brown one, a black one, and her. The black one and the brown one got sold together in a pair. The white one got sold to be a friend of somebody else's mouse that had lost its friend. And I kept Cressie for my breeding program because she's a long hair. She's cute. She stood out to me from the moment she was a pup. When she was a fuzzy, I saw her and I was like, okay, you are kind of cute. She also has always had a sort of sassy personality. Very confident. And I like that in my mice. I want to breed sassy, confident, well, not too sassy, but confident mice that are comfortable with people. Fun to interact with. Okay, Cressie, I gotta, no, don't do that. We gotta go. Got life to live. Oh, these guys. If any of y'all are thinking mice are bad pets, honestly, they are amazing. I love them. I love having them and breeding them. I probably want to keep mice for as long as I am able. Okay, don't get on me again. I need to remove this box. Don't. I'm trying to get this box out. Okay. Fawn. Go down there. Thank you. There we go. And I actually experimented. I took a couple pinkies from another litter and I put them in here for just a little while. Which is pretty safe. The mothers won't bother them. So the mothers immediately accepted them. But I wanted to see if pinkies could survive in this environment with how many big fat fuzzies there were. And I came back and the babies did not have full milk sacs like they should have. So I put them back in here with their moms. And now I know for certain that when Coco has her babies, I have to take them out and I have to give them to another mother to adopt. Either that or I have to put her in her very own individual cage away from other mice. Because she can't be in with these babies when she gives birth. Anyways, I'll cut it off there because this is way too long. Kudos to you if you stuck around till now.